Prismatic compass surveying. Suppose we have to construct a quadrilateral ABCD. If we know the angles A, B, C and D and any two of the sides, we can make it. Another way is by knowing the angles each of the lines AB, BC, CD, DA and AC. Make it north-south line. We need the length of only one line. The prismatic compass surveying is based on the principle of measuring the angles that different lines make with respect to a north-south line. Only one line is measured to maintain the scale relationship between the ground and map details. Prismatic compass is like magnetic compass, except that it has a prism, an eye vane at one end and one object vane with hairline at the other end. The angles read with the help of prismatic compass are called bearings. If the reference direction is magnetic north, the bearings are called magnetic bearings. If it is true north, then true bearing. In prismatic compass survey, we deal with magnetic bearings only. Procedure. The first step is to prepare a sketch showing the objects for which bearing have to be recorded. Then a baseline is selected. The baseline's two ends should be intervisible. To start with, the compass is set at A and the compass must be horizontal and the magnetic needle has to swing freely. Fix the ranging rod at B. Look through the prism and make the hairline of the object vane intersect the ranging rod. Read the bearing. It is called the forward bearing. Now read the bearing of the line AB and record it on the field book as shown in the table. Similarly, read the bearings of all other points and record them. Line AB length 22 meters, forward bearing 14 degrees, backward bearing 192 degree. Line BC, forward bearing 58 degree, backward bearing 238 degree. Line CD, forward bearing 137 degree, backward bearing 313 degree. Line DE, forward bearing 218 degree, backward bearing 40 degree. Line EA, forward bearing 292 degree, backward bearing 116 degree. Next step is to measure the length of AB. It should also be recorded in the field book. Now place the compass at B. Read the bearing of A from B. This bearing is called back bearing. The difference between the front and back bearings should always be 180 degree. Read the bearings of other objects and record. After the field work is over and the plotting of data from the field book, the first thing is to mark a magnetic north-south line at the starting point. From that point and with reference to north-south line, surveyor marks the respective bearings recorded in the field book. For example, our starting point is A. If the forward bearing of AB is 14 degree, then we will mark this and draw line AB to its proper length as per scale. We then move to point B and repeat the process for other lines until we come back to A. If there are no mistakes in recorded bearings, BA and EA line would meet at a common point A, but more often they would not meet and may deviate. The error in prismatic compass surveying may be due to presence of iron in the area, defect in the compass, errors in observations, wrong recording in the field book, etc. There are many methods to correct the errors. Rechecking. We know that the difference between the forward and back bearing of a given line should always be 180 degree. From the above data, we find that this difference is found only in case of BC, where 218 degree minus 58 degree is equal to 180 degree. This means that the bearings taken at point B and point C were not affected by the presence of iron. This being the case, the back bearing taken from B and A 192 degree is also not correct. The mistake lies in the forward bearing of A 14 degree, which should be 12 degree. Similarly, the forward bearing at C 137 degree is also not correct, and the discrepancy lies in the back bearing of D, which should be 317 degree. If the discrepancy at D is equivalent to 4 degree, then forward bearing of D should be 222 degree and not 218 degree, and hence the back bearing should be 42 degree. The corrected bearing are given: line AB, forward bearing 12 degree, backward bearing 192 degree. Line BC, forward bearing 58 degree, backward bearing 238 degree. Line CD, forward bearing 137 degree, backward bearing 317 degree. Line DE, forward bearing 222 degree, backward bearing 42 degree. Line EA, forward bearing 294 degree, backward bearing 114 degree. The prismatic compass is light and portable instrument for surveying wrong bearing at one point that do not affect bearing at the other point. Error is not cumulative. It is quicker than chain surveying. Disadvantages. Its results are influenced by the presence of iron near the place of surveying. Prismatic compass is not a precision instrument. Different compass may record different bearing for the same object.